Today we'll start with the composite function. What is this composite function? Composite function means combination of two functions. So let f is a function from a to b and g is a function from b to c. Then there exists, this means there exists a function, there exists a function from a to c, from a to c. Okay, this is represented, this is, that is g circle f, represented by g circle f is a function from a to c. We represent like this, that is represented like this. So for example, simply if you see the example, you will understand. This is where we learned this one. G circle f is a relation from a to c. This already I told you. What is this circle means, I explained. This is a composite relation, I explained. So similarly, composite function also we have, that is this one. So just this is, you see. Now let's say here, this is a, this is b, this is c. Now f is a function from a to b like this, 1 2 3, here a b c, here let's say p q. Okay, then this is a function means you must have this like this. So this is a function means every element must have like this. So now f is a function from a to b and g is a function from b to c. Then there exists a function from a to c. How that exists, a to c? So now f I am writing is a function like this, na? So 1a, then 2 1b, I'm sorry, 1b, 2c, 3a. I wrote this function. Now and g is a function. How do you write g in this is a, g is a function we wrote in arrow diagram, and we are writing now it's set form I am writing. What is that? aq, bp, aq, bp and cq. I wrote now. This is what is f function and this is what is g function. Now, so what is g circle f? G circle f, you should write like this. G circle f, you can g circle f equal to, you can write like this, g circle f. So what is that g circle f? Now 1 to b, b to p, that means 1p. You understand like this. 1 to b, this is 1b, then here bp. So therefore what you get? 1b, bpc, 1b, then bp. So image of 1 is b and image of b is p. Therefore image of 1 in c is p. That's how you should understand. Then image of 2 is c, image of c in c is q. So that means 2c, cq, that means 2q. So here also you can say 2c, here what? cq. So what you can write? 2c, cq is 2q. So 2q I wrote. Then 3a, 3a and aq. So that is 3q. That is 3q. So that's what. So therefore now from this what you can write is, here you can write like this simply. Now g circle f is a function from 1 to 3 to this is a to c. What is c? p q. So now what? 1 to b, b to p, 1p. Then 2 to c, c to q, 2q. Then 3 to a to q, 3q. Like this. This is a function like this. So this is called a composite function. And how do we represent? First we write g, then we write f. G circle f is what we write. So now more elaborately, what we can write here is you see here this one. This one if you see now, this is f of 1 is b, f of 1 is b, g of b is p. Like this I am writing, see 1 I am writing here. 1 comma b means what? Image of 1 is b, and here image of b is p. You try to understand this. Image of 1, image of 1 is b, we write like this. Image of b is p, we write like this. So now now this g circle f, now g circle f of this is 1 is what is p, we are writing this one. Okay, g circle f, that means what we get is this one is g of f of 1 is what we get, equal to p we get. Because here what is f of 1? Here g of f of 1 is what? F of 1 is b. equal to C. G of B is what? P. Like that. Therefore, conclusion is there exists, I told you, there exists a function from A to C. A to C. Okay, it is denoted by, I am writing this, it is denoted by G circle F is a function from A to C and defined as, how it is defined? It is defined as G of F of X. G circle F of X, we write like this, G of F of X. Okay, now that's what I showed back. So here G circle F equal to G circle F of 1 equal to P. Na? How do we get G of F of 1? If you do, then you get P. See, G of F of 1, G circle F of 1 is G of F of 1. So G of F of 1, F of 1 is what? B. F of 1 is B. Now G of B is what? P. Like that. G of B is what is P. Like that you get. So now I'll give, okay, another example we'll give. Let's take second example. This is not new for you. I already explained this thing in relations. Okay, composite relation I explained already. Now here also let's take another function. Let's take here. So here I am taking A, B, C. Here this is F and this is, let's say, G. Here let's take here 1, 2, 3. Here let's take P, Q, R. Here let's take 5, 6, 9, 5, 6, 9. Okay, let's take 8. So here, this, if I map like this, here I'm mapping like this, and P to 9, Q to 5, R to R, R to 6. So now here very clearly F of 1 is R. Here then next F of 1 is R. Understand, F of 1. Now G of R, F of 1, image of 1 is R. G of R is 6. Now what I can write is, now what is that? G circle F. G circle F of G circle F of 1. G circle F of 1. What is it defined as? It is G circle F of X is, G circle F of X is defined as, how it is defined as? G of F of X. So G of F of 1, like this. G of F of 1 we can write. But here G of F of 1. What is F of 1? R. Now G of R is what? G of F of 1 equal G of F of 1. G circle F of 1 is G of F of 1. That is G of F of 1 is R. G of R is what? Is 6. So like this you can write. So similarly, this first one we wrote. Similarly, F of 2 is what? F of 2 is P. And G of P is what? G of P is 9. If you observe, first what we are taking, we are coming reverse. Okay, A to B, B to C. So G, we write with G. G of G circle F of 2. G circle F of 2. G circle F of, now G circle F is another function. G circle F is another function that is from A to C. So here G of F of 2. What is F of 2 here? G of F of 2 is what? F of 2 is, here we wrote now, F of image of 2 under F, image of 2 under this F function. F function image of 2 is what? F of 2, that is F of 2 is P. And G of P is what? Is 9. G of P is 9. So therefore G circle F of 2 is 9. Like this we find. So finally what you can understand is G circle F. We write you understand F circle G is different. F circle G is different, not equal to G circle F. So what I am writing here, G circle F is a function because F should be in the first place, then G should be in the second place, back. F we should apply first. A na, F should come with A. Then G will come to, then later G will come. So that is how. So here I told F is a function from A to B, G is a function from B to this. Then exists a function from A to C that is called G circle F and defined as G of F of X. G circle F of X is defined as G of F of X. This is composite function. This composite function. Okay, now you listen this. So now here F is a function from A to B, I told. and G is a function from B to C. So now here question is, when f circle G exists, f circle G, when this function exists, this is a question now. So when this exists is a question. So when see here, G is a function from B to C and f is a function from C to, we should get G is a function from B to C, then f should be function from C to A. Then only, see, G is a function from B to C, na? Then what I want is f should be function from C to some another function, C to D. Then f circle G exists. F circle G exists. So here G is a function from B to C and f is a function from A to B. So then f should be here, f circle G to exist. Then f should be f should be a function starting with C. But this is not like this. Therefore, in this case, f circle G doesn't exist. Okay, now let's see. Now let's take the next example. Now f is a function from A to A and G is a function from A to A. Now A to A. So in this case exists. In this case, what exists is f circle G exists. F circle G is a function from A to A and f is a function from A to A. So therefore, f circle G is a function from A to A and also G circle f is a function from A to A. This exists. In this case exists because here A to A again from A to A. Therefore, both exist in this case. That you should understand. Okay, all right, you got it. So this is what is composite function. You listen. So note one I told, what is that? Yeah, when G circle f exists, yeah, function from A to C, then f circle G need not exist. Need not exist. May exist, may not exist. Okay, that is number one. Number two, okay, even if exist, if f circle G circle f and f circle G both exist, if at all both exist, both exist, then they may not be equal. Then G circle f may not equal to f circle G. May not be equal, may be equal, may not be equal. Okay, this may not be equal, and that means your commutative property. What is that? F circle G equal to G circle F means that is commutative property. Commutative property is not true. Okay, that is two I wrote commutative property. But F circle G circle H, that means this is F is a function from A to B, G is a function from B to C, H is a function from C to D. Then there exists a function from A to D. That function is F circle G circle H. That means three functions you can I told no, three functions you can compose. Compose means combined. Three functions I combined here: A to B, B to C, C to D. Okay, F circle G circle H. This is same as F circle G circle H. This associative property. Associative property exists because here order I did not change. F G H here also F G H. It's like A into B into C equal to A into B into C. This is possible. Associative property is possible. So the next for F circle I. What is this I? Identity function. F circle I equal to I circle F. This is possible, and this we are going to see in the we are going to see it in properties and theorems. Theorems we have in that we are going to learn, but rough idea I gave you. We are going to prove it also. So okay, immediately we have to go to the next. We'll go to real functions. Already I told you about these real functions. Yeah. Okay, already I told you about these real functions. Okay, so real functions, what are these real functions? Already I explained here. Actually here f maps A to B, I already explained this one. So where A is subset of R, real numbers, and also B is subset of real numbers. So A is subset of real numbers and also B is subset of real numbers. Then F is called real functions. Real function means what? Domain is real numbers and domain is real numbers, and codomain also comes of real numbers only. A is a subset of real numbers, B is subset of real numbers. So in real functions, I already explained you two functions. One is constant functions. I explained you constant functions. What is this constant function? This is a constant function means f of x equal to some constant 100 for all x belongs to R. Whatever real number you take, you will get only one image. That is constant image you get. That's constant function means image is always constant. The next identity function I explained. Identity function. What is this identity function? F of x equal to x only. F of x is x. For all x belongs to domain. In domain, whatever you take, then you will get image same. Identity function is like identity relation. Identity function is exactly like identity relation. Okay, this is identity function also I explained. The next, your real functions. In this real functions, very important is that they will not give you domain and range. So we need to find out domain and range, real functions. So, but in this real functions, I am going to tell you few functions. Okay, first polynomial function. Polynomial functions. Polynomial function. What is this polynomial function? So very clearly, f is a function from R to R defined as f of x equal to a naught x to the power of n plus a1 x to the power of n minus 1 plus so on up to an. That means this is a polynomial. Very clearly, you know, this is a polynomial where a naught, a1, this a1, these all are no coefficients are any real numbers, and n belongs to what? N belongs to n is a non-negative real, non-negative integer. Non-negative integer. Non-negative integer means what? You know, this is w, whole numbers. Okay, non-negative integer. So this is a simply polynomial function. That means you learned 10th grade polynomials. You learned polynomials. So this polynomial is called simply polynomial function. A polynomial is called polynomial function. So for example, let's take for example f of x equal to, you have x power 4 minus 3x plus 5. This is a polynomial, fourth degree polynomial. This is called polynomial function. What is its domain? Real numbers. So here, what is the domain of a real function or real valued function? Real valued function, real valued function also. So here one, yeah, here I think polynomial function is clear. Everybody, I think polynomial function is clear for everybody. Yeah, this is what is polynomial function. Okay, now let's go to, okay, here three real functions I told. Real valued functions. One is real valued functions is there. Okay, real functions, real valued functions. Real valued function means f is a function from a to b. Here b is subset of R. If b is subset of R, real valued function, that means function value, where the function value will be, function value means image. Function value means image. If the function value is subset of real number, then it is called real valued function. Functions, this is a real valued function. Okay, so yeah, here f of x is a function from a to b. We define f of x equal to, already we discussed, 2x plus 3. So here this is called variable. X is variable that you have to take from a, and f of x is image. X is the variable that you have to take from a, and f of x is output, image. F of x is image of x. F of x is image of x. That where it will be, f of x will be in B codomain. Okay, x if you take here, its image f of x will be here. That is 2x plus 3 will be here. So that now what I'm saying is, if b is subset of real numbers, then it is called real valued function. If a is subset, only a is subset of real numbers. If a only subset of real numbers, this is real variable function. But here what I told, real function means what? A is subset of real numbers, b is also subset of real numbers. That means real function means already it is real valued function also. Okay, why this is required is, here they will not give you domain. Now next point is, they will not give you domain. So in real functions, we need to find out the domain and range. What is a domain? domain of real function. I am writing domain of real function. They will not give you. You have to find what is the domain of real function. Set of x belongs to R such that f of x is also a real number. Okay, domain I am defined. Domain of real functions. Domain equal to what? Set of real numbers where f of x is also real. Or you can say like this: set of real numbers, okay, such that uh, f of x is defined. F of x is defined in real numbers. F of x has to be defined. Okay, this is domain of real functions. Domain means what? Set of real numbers where f of x is also real. So that is what I'll tell anyway here. Okay, first thing I told is polynomial functions. What is the domain of polynomial functions? All real numbers. Domain of polynomial functions is all real numbers. That means what? X you can take any real number. Whatever x you take real number, f of x also real. So what is the domain I told here? Domain means what? Domain means x set of x values for which f of x is real. Okay, set of values of x for which f of x is also real. Such x values you have to take. So for polynomial functions, you can take domain is all real numbers. What is the range? To find out the range, process is there. So that is real functions. Now let's go to rational functions. Rational function. Okay, rational function means what? Rational function in the form of p of x by q of x, where q of x is not equal to 0. So here the function in the form of p of x by q of x, that is polynomial by polynomial. That is p of x is p of x comma q of x are what? Polynomials. Okay, polynomial by polynomial is called rational function. So here let's say, for example, let's say the example is x by 2x minus 3. This is a polynomial by polynomial. This is rational function. Then 2x plus 5 by x minus 1 into x minus 2. This is also a rational function. So like this, polynomial by polynomial. Another thing, x cube plus 3x minus 5 by x square minus 1. This is also a rational function. Hope you understand. This is one rational function, this is another rational function, this is another rational function. What does it mean? Polynomial by polynomial. Okay, right. So its domain, they did not give you domain. You need to find out the domain. I told you, na? So you need to find out the domain. What is the domain here? In this case, what is the domain? Domain is x can be any real number. X can be any real number you can put, but except 3 by 2. So this is what is the domain. Hope you are getting it. This is what is the domain. Why? If you put 3 by 2, denominator is 0, then it is not defined. I told na, if any x value, any real number you can take, only condition is f of x is defined in R. F of x also should become R. But if you see here, na, x if you take 3 by 2, what will happen? Denominator is 0, not defined. It is not defined. It should be defined again. So therefore, that is this is a domain for this. For this, what is the domain? You can very clearly see all real numbers except 1 comma 2. Where it is defined at every real number except 1 comma 2. At 1 it is not defined, at 2 it is not defined. Therefore, domain is all real numbers but not 1 comma 2. Then for this 3, what is the domain for 3? What is the domain of this rational function? Is except all real numbers except to plus or minus 1. Okay, that means simply you have to put like this: x square minus 1 is not equal to 0. That means x should not be equal to plus or minus 1. So that's what you need to understand. That is what is rational function. Okay, okay. Then next, irrational function. Okay, what is irrational function? So square root of a polynomial, square root of a polynomial. So cube root of a polynomial. Now you understood, I think. So nth root of a polynomial, or p of x whole to the power of 1 by n. Okay, or 1 p to the power of q, or like this. polynomial to the power of like this a by b. Okay, polynomial to the power of a by b. Okay, this is called irrational function. Like irrational number only, irrational function. So where b not equal to 1, b not equal to 1. If you take like this now, so for example like this, for example simple under root of x square minus 1. Okay, this is irrational function. Okay, then first, this is first. Second one, another irrational function I'm writing, x minus 1 into x minus x plus 3, irrational function. So 3, let's write under root of x also. Simply if I write x also, that's also x square plus 2x, let's say 4. Under root of x if I write out, that's also irrational function. 5. Under root of x minus 2 by under root of x plus 5 or x plus some 10, whatever. These are all irrational functions. Okay, irrational function. First, these all, for all this, we should be able to find out the domain. Codomain is always real numbers only, but you should be able to find out the domain. So now for these functions, let us find out the domain for these functions. Okay, so domain you have to find out. So how do you find domain for these functions? Okay, so domain means already I told where it is defined. Okay, all right. Okay, let's find domain for first. First we have to find out the domain. So when x this is defined, so here x square minus 1, x square minus 1 value, if it is equal to 0, there is no problem. If it is greater than 0, no problem. If it is less than 0, then only problem. So therefore condition is x square minus 1 must be greater than or equal to 0. First condition is this. So here x square minus 1 must be greater than or equal to 0. This under root of square root of x square minus 1 is there. This one x square minus 1 must be greater than or equal to 0. Then only it is defined. Understand? First step is this. Okay. Then next step is what? Next step is here you have to factorize this. X plus 1 into x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. How do you solve this inequality? So you should learn this. How do you solve this inequality? I am showing you, you learn this. First you should write roots. Minus 1 substitute, if you substitute minus 1, yes, equal to 0, you are getting. Plus 1 if you substitute, you are getting. So now x values we are taking on this line. On this number line, we are taking x values. Where this inequation is getting satisfied. At 1 it is satisfying, yes. If you take now right side of 1, that is 2, 3, more than 1 if you take, what will happen? More than 1 if you take, what will happen? More than 1 if you take 1, yes, satisfying. 2, positive, see 2 plus 1, 2 minus 1, positive, yes, greater than 0, yes. For 2 it is satisfying, 3 it is satisfying. That means this year you are getting positive. Expression value you are getting here positive. For x values, if you take more than 1, expression you are getting positive. Yes, correct only. This all 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity, it's okay. Now let's take between 1, less than 1 you take. If you take less than 1, this is negative. If you take less than 1, more than minus 1, if you take more than minus 1, this positive into negative you get, which is less than 0, positive. In between, if you take like 0, 1 into minus 1, negative. That means this is negative, expression value is negative, not satisfying. Now this way, if you take less than minus 1, what are you getting? If you take less than minus 1, that means minus 2, minus 3. If you take minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, this is negative. Minus 3 if you take, this is negative, this is negative. Negative into negative, positive you are getting. That means here also you are getting positive. So now what is the answer? Now you tell, just if you see, x can be minus infinity. I told you interval, that's why minus infinity. In the first class I told you intervals. Minus infinity to minus 1 closed, union 1 to infinity closed. 1 to infinity closed. Okay, if you have doubt about this intervals, this is closed interval. So you should go to sets part 2. Sets part 2. YouTube sets part 2, Subhash Reddy Pailla channel sets part 2. If you go, then you will see intervals. So what is this interval? So here you can take all the real numbers minus here minus infinity to minus 1, all the real numbers, and also from 1 to infinity, all the real numbers will satisfy this in equation. Therefore, solution is this one. That means x values can be this one. So therefore, x values means domain. Domain is this. This is what is, it's a domain.